Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking the video out. Today we have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. So getting right into the first topic, we're talking about Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We have the release date being leaked by Steam as well as some of the pre-order bonuses. Now this is one of the bigger games that's expected to show up at the Game Awards in a significant way. And, you know, I gotta say that this is a title I'm really looking forward to, and this release date is likely true, and it's, I think, really good news because we're not going to have to wait long. So the official Steam store page leaked out a release date of March 16th, 2023. Now, they've since updated that to just put coming soon, but, you know, it's already out here now. And I think that this is really good news because it's releasing in just a couple of months. You know, we're not going to have to wait that long. I really like when publishers do that. And so I'm expecting a pretty significant gameplay trailer to be shown off at the Game Awards. We also have some of the pre-order bonuses leaking out for Jedi Survivor. If you pre-order the standard edition, you're basically going to be getting some Obi-Wan Kenobi inspired cosmetics. You're looking at the Hermit cosmetic as well as the Hermit lightsaber set, which again, very clearly Obi-Wan Kenobi inspired. But interestingly, you're also looking at the Combustion Blaster set. And this seems to imply that there's going to be some type of blaster combat or gameplay. And people are paying attention to this because it either means that Cal Kestis is going to be adding this to his arsenal alongside his lightsaber, and you can kind of choose what you want to use, or it's implying or hinting that you're going to be playing as a second playable character. Also, the deluxe edition pre-order bonuses leaked as well, and they are more cosmetics. So you can see them on screen here. So let me know what you think about these Jedi Survivor leaks and if it's a game you're looking forward to. Personally, as I said, I'm very excited for this game, and I'm most excited about the fact that we're not going to have to wait that long at all to be playing it. So let me know your thoughts. Moving on to the next topic though, apparently Fortnite has received a major visual upgrade on the current gen consoles. This is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle. They say Fortnite PS5 graphics have received a major upgrade with next-gen Unreal Engine 5 features as part of Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 4. New features include Nanite, Lumen, Virtual Shadow Maps, and Temporal Super Resolution. Players will need to make sure that 120 FPS mode is enabled on their consoles to enjoy the aforementioned features. Epic Games has outlined each of the new features as follows. Nanite provides highly detailed architectural geometry. Specifically, buildings are rendered from millions of polygons in real time, and each brick, stone, wood plank, and wall trim is modeled. Lumen reflections provide high-quality ray trace reflections on glossy materials and water. Virtual shadow maps allow for highly detailed shadowing. Each brick, leaf, and modeled detail will cast a shadow, and character self-shadowing is extremely accurate. And temporal super resolution is an upgrade over temporal anti-aliasing in Fortnite and allows for high-quality visuals at high frame rates. Now, I personally don't play Fortnite, but I know it's one of the most popular games out there still today, especially on PlayStation 5. So if you are somebody who plays Fortnite, let me know what you think of this upgrade if you're specifically playing it on the current gen consoles. It really sounds like they're adding some pretty cool features here, and as we go further into this generation, it is cool to see, you know, these new Unreal Engine 5 features being leveraged. I'm going to be interested to see more developers kind of implement this into their games. Moving on from that though, we have another PlayStation VR 2 launch title being confirmed. Reading from PlayStation Universe, they say Vertigo Games has announced that After the Fall is coming to PSVR 2 as a launch day title for Sony's new VR headset on February 22nd, 2023. According to the press release, they say After the Fall will reach an astounding level of immersion that will jolt players as they experience real haptic feedback, a 4K HDR display, and a 100-degree field of view. With yet another nomination for Best VR at this year's Game Awards, the developers of After the Fall and Arizona Sunshine couldn't be more excited to be part of the impressive lineup coming to the new PlayStation VR 2. So there you go. If you are somebody who is planning to pick up PlayStation VR 2 and you're, wondering what other games are going to be there at launch, you can now add After the Fall to that lineup. So let me know if this is a PSVR 2 game you're interested in and if you plan to play it at launch. Next up, we have an update for PlayStation Plus Premium trials, as 3 new games are getting trials coming from PlayStation Lifestyle. PS Plus Premium December 2022's new additions have yet to be officially announced, but Sony has added 3 new game trials to the tier. Players can now check out Ghostwire Tokyo, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and Sniper Elite 5 as part of their subscription at no extra cost. All 3 of the aforementioned game trials are an hour long each. This might be disappointing to some, but the good news is your progress will carry over to the full game should you wish to purchase it. Ghostwire Tokyo, which is a timed PS5 console exclusive, is often discounted on the PS Store, and its disc version has been discounted by several retailers since Black Friday. So, yeah, if you're somebody who is subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, you have 3 new trials that you can test out here. Now, I will say I have played Ghostwire Tokyo, and actually, it was a really, really good game. So if you happen to be subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, I definitely recommend trying out Ghostwire Tokyo. I can't speak on the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga or Sniper Elite 5, but there you go. Let me know if you are planning to test out any of these games. Next up, we have another very interesting update on the Game Awards. This is coming from Geoff Keighley, and he's letting everybody know that the show is going to be significantly shorter this year, which I think is a good thing. So, reading here from PlayStation Universe, Geoff Keighley has revealed that the Game Awards 2022 will be, quote, significantly shorter, end quote, than last year's offering as a result of feedback. The Game Awards 2021 was a bit of a marathon, clocking in at 3 hours, not including the 45-minute pre-show. However, after garnering feedback, it seems this year's outing will be trimmed. So this is exactly what Geoff Keighley said. One thing we're doing this year is we're trying to make the show a little bit shorter. I won't say anything officially until we're through our rehearsals, but we think it's going to be a significantly shorter show this year. We think there's a little bit of fatigue about how long the show has been. There are lots of games and lots of things that want to be part of it, but we're cutting back on those things to hopefully have a bit more of a streamlined show. We definitely have cut back pretty significantly in terms of the runtime on the show and just, kind of fewer games, fewer big games that'll be in there. He continues by saying, but we've still got some really great announcements. I think some really amazing studios around the world that are participating in the show this year. There are some games that I've been hoping and waiting to show for a number of years that are finally ready this year, and we're very happy with how that's coming together. So I wanted to make sure to cover this because I think that this is possibly the most significant piece of information we've received about the Game Awards thus far. Now, Geoff is making it clear that he's heard the feedback, and I'm happy about that because my biggest criticism personally for the past couple of years when it comes to the Game Awards is not the announcements, not the way they're presenting the awards. I know that maybe there are some things that could be done better, but really it was just the overall length of the show. It really does end up feeling like a marathon, and every year I end up saying, man, I feel like that should have been an hour shorter than it was, because there's a big difference between tuning into an hour and a half, 2-hour show versus a 3-hour plus show. It can just become a bit too much. Now, he does specifically mention that there will be obviously less game announcements because of this. He specifically mentions less big game announcements, and I'm not exactly sure what to make of that. This could be his way of trying to just temper expectations, which I think is a wise thing to do. And I feel like no matter how much he does that, there are going to be people that are not happy. But he could be referring to maybe big games as in the traditional live service games that you see just show up year after year after year, and it gets a little bit tiring because they're not really counting as new game announcements. That's just speculation on my part. He does also mention that there are some games and some studios that we've been waiting to hear from for some time now, and they're finally ready to show off their games. That, to me, is certainly something I'm interested in. So let me know your thoughts on that. Next up, we have a little bit of information regarding Spider-Man 2. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, it says, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 Venom actor Tony Todd has teased an intense, action-packed experience when the Insomniac Games developed PS5 title finally launches. The game is expected to release in 2023, but we've barely heard or seen anything beyond tidbits of information here and there. Todd recently tweeted that he would share a major creative endeavor soon, but that didn't have anything to do with Spider-Man 2. However, he's dropped a much-needed tease about what fans can expect. In a recent interview with YouTuber Deeper Depths via Spider-Man News, Todd was quizzed about Spider-Man 2 in response, to which he gave the example of a sequence in Miles Morales where Peter and Miles are seen chasing Rhino. He says that's what it's like. Venom doesn't play, man. Venom doesn't care. Venom doesn't care who the game is named after because I am you, you are me, he continued. Tony Todd added that he finally got his PS5 recently and praised his co-stars in Spider-Man 2 as well as Insomniac Games staff members. So basically what he's saying here is that you can expect a very intense chase sequence in Spider-Man 2 with Venom. Now, I'm going to be honest, this does not come as a surprise, nor is this very significant news or information about Spider-Man 2. However, at this point, we have to simply take what we can get. We have not heard a single thing, unfortunately, about Spider-Man 2 in over 14 months. Now, I'm okay with that. I would much prefer Insomniac and Sony take their time and talk about the game when they're ready. But it is nice to get just a little tiny tease here from Tony Todd, because I'm actually really excited to see his performance as Venom. He sounds very excited about it, and it sounds like he's enjoying himself. It's cool to hear that he finally got a PS5, and he's enjoying it. And it is cool to hear him praising his co-stars as well as Insomniac. So again, I know it's a very small Spider-Man update, but there it is. A very small tease about what to expect with Spider-Man 2 on PS5. Now we are moving on to the final topic, and to me, this is a very significant topic, and I wish that the source we were covering was a little bit more reliable. They have gotten some things correct in the past regarding PlayStation, nothing major. Mainly, they've gotten some early information about different controller colors, as well as some PS Plus games, so that is worth paying attention to, but this is on another level. We are hearing that a Metal Gear Solid Remake is real. It's been in development for multiple years. It's going to be announced soon, and it is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. So obviously you guys know that this is something that gets me very excited, but I'm going to, keep my expectations in check because we know how these things go. So they have a few bullet points here that basically highlight the important pieces of information, and I'm going to read it to you so you know what they're trying to convey. Number one, the game has apparently been in development for several years now. Number two, this Metal Gear Solid Remake will be a PS5 exclusive. It's not going to be releasing on PlayStation 4, and it will likely be a timed exclusive similar to what we saw announced recently with Silent Hill 2 Remake. They do not have any information on a specific release date, so it could be scheduled for 2023, it could be scheduled for 2024, and they're hearing that the announcement is apparently coming soon, but we don't know how soon. It could be in a couple weeks, could be at the Game Awards, could be a couple of months from now. Now, again, I want to emphasize this article and this information is very shaky, but it's hard not to get excited, because one thing I want to point to is, we had rumors for literally years about Silent Hill. And granted, the rumors kind of fluctuated, similar to how they're fluctuating now with Metal Gear. For example, we don't know, is it a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake? Is it a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake? We've heard multiple things. We are seeing this happen with Metal Gear in the same way that it happened with Silent Hill. And Silent Hill did turn out to be real. In fact, it turned out to be so real that out of nowhere, Konami announced a dedicated Silent Hill showcase, which I don't think anybody would have seen that coming. I know I wouldn't have seen that coming. And we saw them just come out and make it clear that the big Silent Hill comeback is here. Granted, not all of our speculation about what to expect with Silent Hill turned out to be true, but we did see Sony get directly involved, at the very least, with Silent Hill 2 Remake and the exclusivity. I do think we're going to see something very similar with Metal Gear Solid. It just makes sense. Whoever is running Konami now clearly understands the importance of these IP that they own, and they want them to make a significant comeback. So the big questions we still have are, who would be developing this Metal Gear Solid Remake? which game is being remade? Is it going to be Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, or is it going to be Metal Gear Solid 1 or another game entirely? When is it going to be announced, and is it actually going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive? So right now, I'm just going to leave it here. Maybe it'll show up at the Game Awards. To be completely honest, I'm not expecting that. That sounds too good to be true to me. I'm already expecting to see Final Fantasy 16 at the Game Awards. I'm expecting to see Death Stranding 2. I feel like getting a PS5 exclusive Metal Gear Solid Remake would just take things to another level. That's something I would expect to be reserved for a dedicated PlayStation show at some point. So yeah, take this with a pinch of salt. I'm personally going to believe it. I want to believe it. I want to see this Metal Gear remake. Turns out not to be true, then it is what it is. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Be sure to leave it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.